It was one of those foggy Portland nights where the rain never quite stops, just hangs in the air like a bad mood. And I'm cruising on my scooter through the dim streets of the Pearl District, backpack loaded with hot takeout orders, anything to scrape together enough cash for my sister's tuition and mom's meds, since her arthritis has her laid up most days. Double shifts were my grind, humming old indie tunes under my breath to keep the exhaustion at bay, when out of nowhere this beat-up truck screeches to a halt right in my path, blocking the alley like he owned the damn city. This guy, let's call him Vic, though I never got his name, stumbles out, reeking of cheap whiskey, eyes bloodshot and mean, like life's kicked him one too many times, and now he's looking to pass it on. He saunters over, all puffed up, boots scraping the wet pavement, and blocks my handlebars with his meaty hand. Hey, cutie, working late? World's a rough place for a little thing like you, all alone out here. His voice had that slimy edge, the kind that makes your skin crawl, and I could tell right away this wasn't just some creep hitting on me. No, Vic had lost his job at the docks a month back. Word around the neighborhood was he'd been fired for showing up drunk, blaming everyone but himself, especially women like me who think they're tough, hustling jobs he figured were beneath him. My heart starts pounding, but I keep it cool, just doing my job. Man, move your truck so I can get through. But he laughs, that bitter, mocking chuckle, leaning in closer. Nah, I think you'll hand over that bag first, or maybe I'll take a little extra for the trouble you've caused me tonight. Fear hits me like a wave, but underneath it, anger simmers. He is scraped by too long, dodging potholes and rude customers, to let some bitter loser steal what little I've got for my family. I grip the throttle tighter, trying to edge past, but he shoves the scooter hard, nearly tipping me over, and yanks at my strap. Give it up, bitch, or I'll make sure you regret riding these streets alone. Pain shoots through my shoulder as I hit the ground, but I hold on, thinking of my sister's face when I pay her fees, mom's relieved smile. No way I'm letting go. That's when his face twists, real ugly now, raising his fist like he's done this before, maybe to drown out his own failures, and I brace myself, whispering under my breath, "Not tonight, you asshole," but deep down, I'm terrified, wondering if this is how it ends, alone in the rain with no one to hear. And then, just as his hand comes down, this low rumble cuts through the fog like thunder rolling in slow engines, heavy and deliberate, from around the corner where that old brewpub sits, the one with the flickering neon sign. I didn't know it then, but a crew of bikers, the Storm Riders, had parked up for their usual late-night beers and smokes. These guys had a rep around Portland, tattooed rebels with leather cuts emblazoned with a snarling wolf, the kind folks whisper about as troublemakers, outlaws who ride by their own code, born from rough lives in logging towns or bad family deals, misunderstood by most, but loyal to a fault among their own. Their leader, a burly vet named Jax with salt and pepper hair and scars from God knows what wars, real or streath, perks up first, crushing out his cigarette. Hear that? Sounds like some punks picking the wrong fight. The others nod, wordless, engines firing up as they peel out of the shadows, chrome gleaming under the street lamps like avenging ghosts. Vic spins around, still clutching my bag, smirking at first. "What? You call your biker boyfriends? Back off, this ain't your business." But Jax just stares him down, voice gravelly and calm. "You've got about 5 seconds to drop that bag and crawl back to your truck, son, before we make it our business." The tension snaps like a wire. Vic, fueled by that twisted pride, the kind that comes from resenting anyone who hasn't hit rock bottom like him, lunges at the nearest rider, swinging wild. But the guy blocks it easy, like swatting a fly, and counters with a solid gut punch that folds Vic over, gasping. "You old has-beens think you're tough?" Vic spits, blood trickling from his lip, grabbing a loose pipe from the gutter now, twirling it like he means it, desperation turning him feral, because deep down, he knows he's cornered, his ego crumbling in front of these men who faced real hell and come out swinging. The riders close in, a silent wall of muscle and resolve. One dodges the pipe, yanks it away with a grin, "That all you got, tough guy?" And then it's on, Vic charging again. But they don't swarm like animals, no. It's calculated, a knee here, a twist there, until he's on his knees, pipe clattering useless. I scramble back, heart racing, watching this nightmare flip the man who'd loomed like a monster now whimpering, His power stripped away by guys society paints as villains. But here they were, stepping up because their code doesn't tolerate preying on the weak, especially not women grinding it out like I was. Jax kneels by me as the others pin Vic down. You okay, kid? Breathe easy now. His hand on my shoulder feels steady, almost paternal, and for the first time, tears come not from fear, but relief, mixed with this weird gratitude for strangers who'd heard my plea in the night. Vic's down for good, curled on the wet asphalt, groaning about his ribs, but the riders don't finish him. Jax leans in close. You ever pull this crap again? Thinking you can take what's not yours because life's unfair? You'll wish you'd stayed in that truck. They haul him up, shove him toward his ride, but not before Jax slips me a wad of cash from his pocket. Replace what he tried to steal, and then some. We've all been there, scraping by. I stare at it, unfolding the bills enough to cover Mom's next doctor's visit maybe, and whisper, why me? He shrugs, because once, someone pulled me from the edge too. Pay it forward. They escort me home that night. A roaring convoy through the misty streets, flanking my scooter like guardians, engines humming low until we reach my rundown apartment in Selwood. I hug my sister tighter that night, her sleepy, you're late, hitting different now. And as I watch their taillights fade, I realize the bruise on my arm isn't just pain, it's proof I fought back. And sometimes help comes from the shadows you least expect. Days later, rumors swirl around the brewpub. Some say the Storm Riders went too far, vigilante style. Others call it justice served when cops are nowhere. Me, I ride those streets fiercer now, no longer humming to fill the silence, knowing I'm not as alone as I thought. What do you think, were the Riders heroes, or just another kind of trouble? Drop a comment below. Share if you've ever seen justice like that in your own neighborhood, or if you think folks like Vic deserve a second chance. Hit subscribe if these real-life twists hit home, and let's keep the conversation going. Your stories might inspire the next one.